Hey everyone, so welcome to this tutorial on what TeachYaar notebooks are and how you can use them to make your course content extremely interesting, interactive and dynamic. So if you're not familiar or haven't used TeachYaar notebooks before, you can go to teachyaar.com, right? And this is our home page. So as you can see, TeachYaar notebooks makes it possible for you to, replace static um, course content like this note you see here, which would be something you'd probably give your students at the end of a class, with something a lot more dynamic like what you see here, right? And so you can integrate different types of content and you can use it while teaching. You can also share the notebook at the end of the session with your students who can then interact with it, and you can add questions and images and link videos and so on. So we've created a collection of notebooks. We'll go there, but first what we are going to do is um, you see this document on the left. It's a PDF, and it's just a quick introduction to TeachYaar. Right? What we're going to do is create that now live using TeachYaar Notebooks. Right? So I'm going to click the create button here, and I'm going to try and replicate this. But you're going to see how using the notebooks makes it life much easier, makes it a lot more interesting. So I'm going to click the edit button on the title, and I'm going to add the title, which is Introduction to TeachYaar, and I'm going to add notebooks to that. Right? Okay. So your title is set, and now the first section here is a set of notes, right? Telling you what TeachYaar notebooks are, right? It's a creator for tools. It allows teachers to create courses and so on. So what I do is I go click note. I've got the note, and then I first add the header, which is what are TeachYaar notebooks, right? I do that, and I've got the header. The entire card goes away. And now I'm going to add the text. So you have three options here for now, and we are adding quite a few more. But for now, you have text, you have equation, and you have a list, a bulleted list. So whichever one shows up in blue is the option selected. So text is already selected by default. I'm going to add this. Now you could add the whole thing as one paragraph. I'm just going to add it as piece by piece. So first line, TeachYaar Notebooks is a creator tool for educators. Then I'm going to add the second line, and I'm just copy pasting. You can type if you want, but I'm just, to speed the whole thing up, I'm just going to copy paste the first 4 lines you see here straight out from the PDF. Right now, you can, if you have a textbook you're creating notes from, or you already have your course notes, you can just type into this quickly. So I've added these 4 sections or these 4 items to this card. If I want to edit it, I hit the edit button and I can edit this. If I want to remove a piece, I hit the delete button. Okay, so I've already created the first section with this card. Now we're going to add this second section, right? What different content types can be added to the notebooks? So again, it's a note. So we add note, and I'm going to add the title. Again, I can copy paste, but do a little typing as well. So what different content types can be added to the notebooks, right? So I've got my title, and then I'm going to say, okay, so now this is a list. I'm going to make it a bulleted list. So I'm going to first add the first kind of intro line, and then I'm going to add the bullets. I'm going to select the whole thing. I'm going to paste it. But now what I'm going to do is to use bulleted, select the bullet option here, right, for the list, and then I'm just going to add a, this line, which you can do with the keyboard. It's a key on the keyboard. I'm just going to add that line separator, and when you hit tick, if you've selected the bullet, what it'll do is it'll break this line at each of these points and created a bulleted list for you. So as you can see, that's done. Right, so just use the line separator, and I'm going to add the last line. So I've already created. So in no time, in a minute or so, I've created 2 cards. Now I'm going to create a test. So hit test, and I'm going to hit the title here. I'm going to say try this quick quiz on TeachYaar. Right, so I've got the title, and now I'm going to add the question. So what is the best application of TeachYaar? Now I'm going to create a multiple choice, so it's MCQ. I have 4 options, but if I want more, I can go up to 6. The first option is use it for creating videos. Second is TeachYaar is used to help post on social media. Third option is content notebooks. And the last one is online shopping. Now, hopefully you figured out by now that what we're doing with TeachYaar is creating dynamic content. So I can set the answer and hit tick, and it's created an MCQ question. Now I can check if I've got the right answer. It's already selected by default at A. I hit submit, it says wrong, so I know it's wrong. I know I want the answer to be C, so I hit C, hit submit, says correct. Right? Okay. Now I'm going to add the second question. So can I add math expressions to my TeachYaar notebooks? I'm going to select that piece. Selection is taking a little more time, so I'm just going to type it in. Can I add math expressions to my notebooks? Right. I'm going to say it's, don't hit the tick immediately. You're going to have to first update it. So select 2 options, and the options are yes or no. And as you know, you can add equations already. The capability has been built in. So I'm going to select yes. I'm going to hit tick, and that shows up. So I'm checking my answer. It says yes, I can. Excellent. So now the third piece I'm going to add now is video. So I'm going to add a link. This video actually that we are creating here, but I don't have the video, right, because I'm just creating it. So I'm going to go back and link this later. For now, what I'm going to do is link one of the videos we already have on the TeachYaar YouTube channel. So I'm going to say link to this video tutorial. Right. I'm going to hit the edit button like always. I'm going to add the description, which is everything about this video, so where you can check it out, and paste that in the description. And then as you can see, the description says what you do is add the video ID. So if you're not familiar with what the video ID is, just go to the YouTube where you have your videos, click on share, and you'll see youtube.com/ and a number, which is the ID of your video. So I'm going to add a video that we already have at on the TeachYaar YouTube channel, and I'm just going to link to that. So this is the video ID. Hit tick, and you can see that video we've created on question tag shows up. So you can actually click this and it will play. And so that completes the note. I'm just going to add a concluding section. And so for that, I'm just going to keep the title. So I'm going to add a title which says, hope you enjoyed this introductory video. So we've taken this, static PDF document, which looks quite okay, but it's static, and in no time converted it into a very dynamic TeachYaar notebook. Now this is in edit mode. So you can see all the edit options showing up. You can, the edit buttons and the change and all that. I go to view, I say view, and now this is in view. So now this is kind of what it looks like. Now, for now, the styling is what it is, and fairly quickly we're going to add the ability for you to style this. You can change the fonts, you can change the color scheme. For now, it's going to be this. But already you have content that's very dynamic. So if you share this with your students, or use this to teach your classroom, just record this, use the screen recording to, you now have the ability to have content, you have the ability to try out your questions, you have the ability to link images or videos very, very quickly. And so what you do is hit export, because this is not stored on any server. We don't store any information. All this happens on your computer. But if you refresh your screen, the whole thing goes away for now. So what you're going to have to do is hit export and download the notebook. And you'll get a Thai notebook file. And then you can keep it with you. And if you want to re-edit it at some point in the future, or you want to show it in your classroom, Go back to your classroom, go to teachyar.com, click on import, choose the file, and this file will be loaded. Similarly, if you want to share this course note with your student, export it and then share the file with your students using WhatsApp or email, or Google Cloud or something, or Dropbox or something like that. And what they can do is download the file, go to teachyar.com/create and hit import, and they can choose the file. Now, actually I am just going to just hit the download button. So I have a copy of this as well. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to post this particular notebook on our TeachYaar website. So if you see, we have a learn section here, and we're going to feature a lot of notebooks that we are creating on different topics to serve as templates to help you create and also to help you learn, right? So we have a few already. We have a few more coming soon. We're going to post this under TeachYaar tutorials. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that session and we've learned how to basically create these interactive dynamic learning tool. So hope you enjoyed this and happy creating.